Okay, so I'm going to talk to you this last one, positioning, walking you through TMJs. So TMJs, again, make sure your patient has no jewelry on, everything from the neck off, removed. Okay, so Lisa, I'm going to have you go ahead and you can lay down on the table. We're going to do an exaggerated Townes view. So what's included in this, and again, just got to bring my distance in a little bit. We're at 35 degrees caudad, 40 inches, I'm detented. My patient is positioned on the table, on their back. We're going to be looking at Lisa's OML again, so making sure that's perpendicular. I know I mentioned it in a previous video. If your patient is having a hard time, you can take a sponge and put it underneath them, and it helps them bring that chin closer down and tuck their OML into a perpendicular position on the table. So if you need to do that, you can always use a little positioning sponge to help you. I'm just lining up my tube and my bucky. Okay, so for this one, positioning wise, we need to be 3 inches above the nasion. And I'm centered down Lisa's face. Main thing, I'm gonna look at Lisa's side of her ear here, right where her TMJ meets. Ultimately, that's where you want your centering point to go through. So yes, it did say 3 inches above the nasion. You can also look at where their TMJs. Remember, it's just in front of the EAM for positioning. I'm gonna just make sure I got a little bit more light. I'm gonna tuck my marker over Lisa's shoulder in an empty spot, and then we'll be ready to take our exposure. The next position for TMJs is going to be the open and closed views. Okay, so for this, I have Lisa, she is prone. She's in Sims position, so kind of just rotate it. Right now she's in a lateral with her head. Remember for this, we want to make sure that the TMJs on either side are not superimposing each other. So we're going to actually kind of get her head rotated so they become not superimposed. To do this, I've placed a 15-degree caudad angle. Again, everything's lined up. So Lisa, I'm going to have you turn your nose to the table. Just rotate your head just a little bit that way. Okay, so at this point, they are not superimposed. And also, let's see. I want to make sure I have the right marker because her right side is down. I'm going to, again, gently move the table. Okay, and we can collimate nicely, but again, I want to keep my marker in there, so this one can be a little bit tough to, I'm going to put it down here by her chin. Okay, so right now, centering wise, I'm centering over the one that's on the table or closest to the table. So that means I am just above her EAM and also in front of her EAM as well. Okay, again, I'm looking to be lined up over the one that is closest to the table, which is her right one. For this first one, we're gonna have Lisa keep her mouth closed. At this point, we can go ahead and take our exposure, but once we take the exposure, tell your patient not to move. We will keep the patient exactly how they are. Lisa, go ahead and open up your mouth. This is the third position for this view. Mouth open. We would go back there, take an exposure, and then we're all set.